It's become crystal clear that Amber Heard has been manipulating her fans to believe her lies for quite a while now. In January of 2020, some call recordings between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard were released to the public, and it showed that it was actually Amber who was physically abusing Johnny Depp.
She admits to me, she threw a bottle. She did first. And she admitted also that she hit him first. She actually hit him in the face. Christy, I'll be honest with you, she knows exactly what she's doing. Amber, she does. She's not a fool.
Amber, I lost a finger, man. Come on. I had a mineral can of mineral spirits thrown at my nose.
You can please tell people that it was a fair fight and see what the jury and judge think. Tell the world, Johnny. Tell them, Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence, and
yes.
It's a fair fight. And see how many people believe or side with you.
You believe you abused me physically?
Do I physically believe? Do I believe I physically abused you?
Yes.
Do you know I'm 115? Well, not anymore, but I was 115 pounds. I'm a 115-pound woman, and I have the capacity to abuse.
That's not the question. That's not the question.
Have I ever been able to knock you off of your feet?
You started these things.
You're going to get up on the stand, Johnny, and say she started it? Really?
Yeah, that was Johnny and Amber arguing if Amber had actually hit him or not. And it seemed pretty clear that she had, but she was arguing how hard or aggressive it was. This woman has had cases worth millions of dollars opened against Johnny Depp for enduring physical abuse. But this just seems to be the sick reality of that woman. This may seem a little far-fetched, but it seems Amber Heard's first lie was way earlier than everyone thinks it was. Back when Amber and Johnny got together, many people believe Amber just faked her love for Johnny in the relationship. And when the time was right, she jumped on the opportunity to cash in, and boy did she cash in on $7 million. I'll tell you all about that later in the video, so keep watching. However, yes, she did win over an amount of $50 million. There is so much that can be put together to make a case for Amber Heard outright lying, but one video simply isn't enough for that. The allegations were dropped in 2016, but more and more evidence has only pointed against Amber Heard since then. Maybe the two were really happy at some point, but that's not for me to say. They met as early as 2009 and started dating by 2012. By 2014, they were engaged and they had finally married in 2015 in a particularly private ceremony. The marriage didn't last long as everything changed in 2016 when Amber filed for divorce and accused Johnny of physical abuse. However, things weren't quite as simple as that. There was soon a $7 million settlement, after which the ex-couple released a joint statement. Remember that any notions of abuse were dismissed in this statement by not only Johnny but by Amber as well. And this was after she had made the allegations and received the huge settlement. According to People magazine, Amber Heard donated this money to charity, but there's really no way anyone can verify that per se. At this point, both of them signed a clause that prevented each other from saying negative stuff about one another. The question is, if it all did happen exactly the way Amber alleges it did, why did she take the settlement and accept the non-disparagement clause? Clearly, some things don't really make sense here. Remember that the divorce was already finalized, settlement done, and things agreed upon when Amber spoke up against Johnny again in an op-ed. That's when Johnny sued both her and some media outlets for $50 million over defamation. Since that point, it was a battle of whoever can bring the most evidence to the court to prove their side of the story. It may not look like Amber's lies were damaging Johnny Depp as much as you would expect, but they definitely were. Just imagine, after the day Amber Heard gave the interview, it only took 4 days for Johnny Depp to be fired from Pirates of the Caribbean. That was one of the most heartbreaking moments for those who had never doubted Johnny Depp for even a second. Having to imagine a Pirates of the Caribbean movie without Johnny Depp was too much for them. As a result, there was a huge voice raised on the internet about this. It wasn't until more proof against Amber appeared that the fans had a much more genuine case. Now, Amber sure has said a lot of things since she started making these allegations, but as far as proof is concerned, there was little to none. She did show some of her bruises and said that they had been caused by Johnny, who threw the phone at her once and caused this. She also alleged that Johnny was a substance abuser who would act violently under the influence of drugs and alcohol. Things from Amber were mostly confined to words and allegations, but Johnny Depp had to find evidence to prove his innocence. We all know that women do get the benefit of the doubt when it comes to these things, and considering the amount of actual abuse that happens, I'm not sure how I should take that. But clearly, that is also being used in supposedly fake cases like this one. Anyway, since that point, two key pieces of evidence have been brought forward by Johnny Depp's legal team that has not only changed the entire world's perspective on Amber Heard, but perhaps also pushed the court into a different direction. The first evidence was the call recordings that I showed you at the start of the video. I mean, the ridiculousness of what Amber said in those calls can be judged from the fact that she said that she had not punched Johnny at all. She had only hit him. I'm going to say what I think about that later, but let's talk about the second key piece of evidence first. The second key evidence was the text conversations between Johnny Depp and Amber's parents. Those messages revealed that her parents were actually fully aware of Johnny Depp's position in this whole matter, and that he had supposedly done nothing wrong. The conversations definitely get complex, and there have been instances of her father sending death threats to Johnny. That is again something bizarre and perhaps outrageous as well. People are saying that Amber was making fun of the death threats her father sent to Johnny. If that's true, then that is definitely borderline sociopathic behavior from Amber. Interestingly enough, the texts also reveal her parents suggesting that the only reason the case even exists is that her lawyer told Amber that she would be homeless soon if she didn't pursue the case against Johnny. When it became clear that Amber Heard had some involvement in inflicting physical damage upon her ex-husband, people began to make calls for Amber to be fired from Aquaman 2. One major reason Johnny Depp fans were angry was that Johnny was removed from his role in under 4 days after the allegation. However, when the other side has transgressed and there's proof available, no action has been taken against Amber. Petitions demanding a boycott of Aquaman 2 and removal of Amber from the film have received millions of signatures. And I think that is very understandable. If Johnny Depp can be fired after a mere allegation, surely action can be taken against Amber as well for hitting Johnny during their marriage. The sad part is that we have definite proof for the latter, but no one is ready to do anything about it. One reason could be that punishing a man for an alleged offense may win over the liberal hearts across the world, but doing the same to a woman will most definitely raise eyebrows. Maybe Warner Brothers do not intend to lose people on both sides of the fence. If you ask me, I don't think things are looking great for either of them. I think there is a very decent chance that none of the two were fully right in their marriage, and perhaps both people transgressed their limits. When you hear about Amber taking a dump in their bed during their marriage, you know that things were really messed up. I think neither side has been fully honest in this scenario, but I'd blame Amber more for starting up this issue when she knew quite well that she had been hitting Johnny. Well, that's gonna be it for this one, folks. Thanks for watching, and make sure you let me know your genuine thoughts about Amber Heard in the comments below. See you again in the next video, and take care.